Welcome back to Legendary Encounters The Matrix. We're playing movie 1. Up first, Neo. He is still in The Matrix. And it's his turn. So, yeah, the first thing we do is add a card to The Matrix. Oh my goodness. And it's full again. We do have part 1 of part 1 to look at over there. If we have 2 attack, we can do that. Neo has... he has synergies to this. You may scan any space. If there are no face-down cards in the Matrix row, you may draw a card instead. Well, there's lots of face-down cards. The end of your turn, if you defeat an enemy, probably not going to happen. Well, we have 2/4 attack, and we're in the Matrix. So for 2 attack, we'll scan the subway, leaving us 2 attack left. Alright, we have another police officer. Darn it, and our final 2 attack. Too bad we don't have 3, but we don't. Final 2 attack. Oh, we could do this. Oh, what do we want to do? You know what? I think for our final 2 attack, we will do this challenge. But this is not original. This is how deep the rabbit hole goes. Both are completed. Go to Act 1, Part 2. So we complete this. That's 1 of 2. We haven't found how far down the rabbit hole we go yet. We don't have a free route back to the real world for Neo. So he would have to spend 2, 3, 4... But you can scan any space for free. We can scan any space. Okay. So we've used our 4 attack, but we can scan any space. Let's scan the alley, because we might be able to go back to the real world. It's the next challenge. How deep does the rabbit hole go? It has 2 recruit. Put this in operations. When this and all of them offering you this truth has been completed, begin Act 1, Part 2. All right. I'm not sure. Operations, this is all part of the Matrix, so I think you have to be in the Matrix to do this. This is actually not bad, because we have 2, 3, we do have 4 recruit. And for 2 of the 4 recruit, let's go ahead and finish how deep the rabbit hole goes. So we just go to Act 1, Part 2, and I think because now we've completed both of those, our turn is completely over. There's no strikes, we don't do anything else. I think we just literally go to the next act. So I think we need to get our next cards, 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe we don't even do that yet. I'm going to check the rulebook, because it says to flip this over, and I think you do like it immediately. So we have shown the other Matrix. Okay, so we do this, I think, next. The objective: while in the real world, if you gain a hovercraft or have one in your play area, including a coordinated one, you may free Neo from the Matrix. Shuffle the 14 Neo Hero extra cards and the heroes in the dock into Zion. Begin Act 2, Part 1. Okay, so we have to use a hovercraft to free Neo. So he's not free yet. And we had only 2 recruit remaining. We couldn't even go back. Well, we can go back for free, but there's nothing for 2. So we might as well stay in the Matrix, because we're going to bounce to the Matrix anyway. Because what does this say? If you're in the real world, move to the Matrix. When Act 2 begins, move to the real world. Put your free your mind on top of your deck. Okay, we're not doing that because we are not in Act 2. We are still in Act 1, Part 2. So, alright, we need a hovercraft out to free Neo. Alright, we're going to drop our next cards, 1, 2, 3 for Neo's next hand, which means we're going to have to shuffle his discard pile. Unfortunately, we did not recruit any cards this time, as he's shaking around there. A little uneven stand. Alright, and 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And let's see what he has for his next hand. Alright, he has this. He's got 2, 3, 4 attack and 3 recruit for his next hand. Alright, we're into Act 1, Part 2. Over we go now to Morpheus. Alright, so yeah, just clarify, when we go from one part of an act to a second part, you skip the rest of your action phase, you skip all the strike phase. So if there were anybody in the combat zone, you would ignore it, and you go right to the cleanup. So that's how that happens when we go to a new act. Alright, over we go to Morpheus. Oh my god, and the Matrix is just piling up. And let's see what Morpheus has in his hand. think he's got a pretty decent hand. This is cool because when he defeats an enemy this turn, he gets to draw an extra card. That is so cool. Right now, he is currently in the real world, and so he will probably go ahead and use the 3 recruit. Oh, hang on. He has Free Your Mind card, so we might as well do that. He's going to draw a card. Maybe he'll draw this hovercraft. Nope. He's a Free Your Mind card, which means we're still in Act 1, so he's going to get 1 recruit and draw a card. So I preemptively just drew a card for him, and he gets 1 more recruit. So he has 2, 3, 4. He has 5 recruit and 2, 3, 4 attack. 5 recruit and 4 attack. For, I think, 4 recruit, he is going to get a mouse card. Choose any number of players to draw a card. It's 1 and 1 for 4. Nebuchadnezzar Crew, and we'll replace that with choose a player. The player defeat a card in their discard pile. If it's bug, you and that player each draw a card. If you are that player, draw 2 cards. Oh, I think you're bugged. Alright, boom! Here we go. And yeah, I think we now have a choice if we want to move to the Matrix or stay in the real world, as we have 2, 3, 4. You know what? We're going to move to the Matrix freely, and we are going to use our... We have 2, 3, 4 attack, and we're going to get to draw an extra card, which is really cool. So, for 4 attack, we're going to take out the police officer for 3, clear the way, which means we get to drop 1 extra card. Okay, we have not freed Neo from the Matrix yet because we need our hovercraft. So 2, 3, 4. We have one left. Yeah, we're finished with Morpheus's turn, unless I've messed stuff up, which I hope I haven't done. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And he's got a coordinate attack for Neo. That could be useful. And was it Neo that got the hovercraft, or I thought Morpheus got the hovercraft? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, either way, we need the hovercraft out now if we want to get Neo out of the Matrix. Alright, 2 more cards for Morpheus. There's the hovercraft. And it's a coordinate hovercraft. Ooh, nice. So he's got a coordinate 2 attack or a coordinate 2 hovercraft. We'll have to figure out which one of those to give to Neo. Alright, we go back to Neo for another turn. Alright, it's the beginning of Neo's turn, which means these dreaded cards move over here. Alright, what's on that card? Something on the card. I'll have to wipe that off. Alright, Neo's turn. And I do think we're going to go ahead and coordinate. I think we want to coordinate. Do we want attack coordinate, or do we want to use the hovercraft? I'm going to have to check the coordinate rules for this game because I know how it works for the other ones. I think we're going to use the hovercraft coordinate. Now, I don't know if Morpheus draws an extra card now. I got to double check that. Alright, so yes, you draw a card to replace your coordinate card, and he draws another unplug. Alright, so Morpheus has now got the hovercraft out for Neo, and that's 2 coordinate. And if we look at this objective, while in the real world, if you gain a hovercraft or have one in your player, including a coordinated one. Okay, we are not in the real world yet. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 5 recruits, so we can easily get back with the 3. But we also have 2, 3, 4 attack. So let's use our 4. Do we want to use our 4 attack to scan? I think we do. Let's scan this for 2, leaving us 2 attack. Security guard. Reveal. If the enemy was revealed in the Matrix row, it can't be fought this turn. Oh. Okay, we have 2 attack remaining, so let's go ahead and do this one. A bug. Gain this card. No! When you draw this, discard. So we gain this card. Oh, man. So this is just clogging up our hand. So Neo gets a bug. Well, yay. Okay, that's all well and good. So we've used up our 4 attack. We didn't defeat any enemies. And we have 5 recruit. We're using 3 recruit to come to the real world. We have 2 recruit remaining, but you know what? We have a hovercraft now. So we immediately finish Act 1, Part 2. Including so you may free Neo from the Matrix. So shuffle the 14 Neo hero extra cards and the heroes in the dock into Zion. Begin Act 2, Part 1. Oh my goodness. So we basically skip any more actions. We skip the strike phase. We go to cleanup. So we're just going to do a cleanup for Neo right now. 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now he is in the real world. He's been initiated into the real world. That's going to be his hand for next time. And, oh my goodness, lots to keep track of. Okay, if you're in the real world, move to the Matrix. When Act 2 begins, move to the real world, put your Free Your Mind card on top of your deck, and turn this card over. Now, does that mean we do that before cleanup? No, I think you do cleanup and then we're going to put this on top of his deck. I'm pretty sure that's the timing. I hope it is, because I think we skip everything, go right to the cleanup. I'm going to double check that as well right now. Okay, so I think I did it right. So there were 14 cards that I have now shuffled. We take everyone out of the dock, shuffled the 14 cards into the Zion deck, shuffled it all up. We're going to reveal 5 cards here in a second. And then we do the end of our phase. We put Neo's card on top of his deck for next turn, and now we have Neo Avatar in the Matrix. That's why it's going to work. Act 2. So now we're going to be starting Act 2. You get 3 attack and draw a card when you get your Free Your Mind. Cool. There we go. All right. So we've completed this, and now we begin Act 2, Part 1. And Act 2, Part 1 is Know Thyself. The Matrix, Act 2, Part 1. Objective, complete your training, then speak to the Oracle. Alright, so we have to figure out how that works. So we drew up our 6 cards for Neo. I'm pretty sure we don't get our Free Your Mind card right now, but maybe we do. Maybe we do. But I'm going to say that we don't, because I think you do your cleanup and then we do all of this stuff. Unless you do all this stuff and then do cleanup after, which means we would have drawn our Free Your Mind card. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. If that's not correct, please check the comments, and we'll get this sorted out. All right, ending off our episode today is Morpheus. And now Neo's in the real world. He's not going to be popping back to the Matrix. Cool, so he's starting off in the real world. Morpheus is in the Matrix, so let's go and have his turn for the end of our episode. Alright, big episode. Alright, so yes, Morpheus is in the Matrix, and oh, what am I doing? You're not supposed to flip it over. You didn't see it. You didn't see a thing. Alright, so now we have Morpheus in the Matrix, and his hand this time is, he has a 2 coordinate. He has 3 attack and 4 recruit. Well, obviously for one of his 3 attack, he's going to take out the security guard. He's just a wimp. This enemy is revealed. This enemy was revealed in the Matrix. Well, can't be bought this turn. Well, that was Neo's turn. It's now Morpheus' turn. This guy can now be defeated. We do have 2 attack remaining. And with 2 attack remaining, let's have Morpheus scan the streets. This event. The time is always against us. Subtract 1 from the time track if this was revealed. In the combat zone, subtract another 1. So we lose another time on our time track, taking it from 9 down to 8. Now Morpheus has a free move back to the real world, so he may as well take it, because that leaves him 4 recruit. He comes back to the real world. He has 4 recruit, which I forgot to put cards back in the dock. So we have Welcome to the Real World, appropriate. We have Operation Tank. Once his turn, you may move a player to the real world. Ooh, that's avoiding all of that. And, oh, this was one of the bonus cards that got added. You get plus 2 attack, Neo in the Matrix for 4. We have, and that is, oh, we got a 3 coordinate 6. Oh, man. Nice card, Trinity the Matrix. And our final card showing up in the dock is I Know Kung Fu. And this is another one of the extra cards that we just added in. You get plus 2 attack against the enemy. Next enemy you fight the combat zone this turn. Alright, cool. So those are the 5 cards now that show up for Morpheus. Morpheus has 4 recruits. And with 4 recruit, you know what? For 4 recruits, let's go ahead and get the Neo Matrix card. Why not? And that will end off Morpheus's turn. And now he gets draw 6 new cards at the end of his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pretty cool. We're into Act 2. And for his next hand, he's going to have... Oh, he's got Switch again. I like that Switch card. So he's going to have pretty good hand. Alright, that's going to be it. I hope I haven't made any mistakes. Like I said, check the comments. Oh, and yes, we have to replace this with another I Know Kung Fu. Alright, there we go. Thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for comments, subscriptions, and likes. This is Legendary Encounters, The Matrix. We're playing movie 1. And I'm going to triple check the ruling on whether Neo should have his Free Your Mind card in his hand right now, or it should be showing up next time. And we will see you next time for the continuation. Thanks a lot for watching along. Alright, a clarification and a bit of cleanup here in an error to fix. Alright, so Morpheus was supposed to draw an extra card, and he didn't on his turn. The extra card he would have drawn was one of the unplugged cards. So that he would have had 7 cards in his hand. He would have had 1 extra recruit, but he couldn't do anything because he had 4 recruit and he used it up. So he doesn't only have 1 left. So actually his 6 cards for his next hand next time should be this, not what we just saw. Alright, so that corrects that. And to clarify, yes, when you go from an act to a part 2 or a new act, your turn immediately ends, which means you just go right to your cleanup, do all your cleanup, grab your next cards for next turn, and then you process all of the stuff. So that's how that's supposed to work. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next time for the continuation. Legendary Encounters, The Matrix. We're doing movie 1.